Yes. Any queries before we start? Okay, let's start. So yesterday we have discussed and checked. We have also seen the configuration and the operation of centralized FFID based firefighting. So what are the other things we need to discuss is, first thing is, okay, now let me go back to system. So let me again log in into with the user ID, centralized firefighting concept. grec_spm, and then he can see the FFID assigned to him. Click on log on tab, enter the reason code. Okay. Then please enter the actions you anticipate to perform at Turbo. Continue. And then I perform the T code here, SPRO T code. For example, now I want to perform another T code also. In case I want to execute SC38, I executed. Okay, fine. And then I'm trying to log out. So if you have to remember, while I was entering into, when I clicked on log on, while I was entering here, what T code I have entered, and actual usage, how many T codes I have used. Is it same T code or different one?
Different one.
One.
I have entered only one T code here, right? As I would be executing SPRO. But in reality, I have executed two T codes. So SPRO and SC38. So then when controller sees the log, he will receive all this information, like what is the reason code you have entered, what is the action that you anticipate to perform. But if you see the actual log, you have entered just SPRO, but in the actual reality, the user has used two T codes, SPRO, SC38 also, an extra T code has been used. So that can come as a question from the controller. Okay, that can come as a question from the controller. You started with SPRO. Why did you execute SC38 also? What is the reason? You have to explain all those reasons. So in such situations, what we need to do is, suppose I go back to again login in INC. Again, I am entering SPRO. Continue. New session is opened. SPRO. I am doing the activity. Now in the middle, I got to know that I want to use extra T code. You have to go back to your log on launchpad. You have this tab called additional activity. Okay, click on additional activity. System will open up this screen again. So here you have a bottom box. The last box says document additional activity. So means I can here enter SC38 and then continue. So now I am okay to execute this T code SC38 here. All of you getting my point? What is the use of this tab called additional activity? So while entering, if you are entering only one T code or two T codes, but in necessity, you want to use more T codes, so click on additional activity and document those T codes. Is that clear, all of you?
Sridhar, I had a question here.
Yes.
So when he executing the second transaction, but then what about the approvals here? You didn't get an approval for the first second ticket, right?
Did I take approval when I am executing SPRO T code?
I think we created one access request form right for this.
We created access request for FFID, not for the T code purpose, right?
Okay, okay.
Any questions in this additional activity tab here? Next. I have a tab here, message. It is disabled actually. So let us see the use of this message tab now. So I already logged in with this ID. So we are using this, okay? Now, WLM underscore user one is using this FFID. So I'm doing some activity here. Some SC38 activity I'm doing. So in the back end, additional user, let us assign additional user for this FFID. Okay, we have A1 already here. So let me log in with A1 now. It is already assigned to A1, right? So two users. Same FFID is assigned to two users. So I have to ensure that this A1 is having access to that launchpad ticket access. So let us log in into the backend. Yes. Okay. Okay, this is also another important thing I want to show you. See, A1 user does not exist in ECC, in the 200 client. All of you okay? In the 200 client, user does not exist, A1. But this A1 exists in the GRC system. So this is my 100 client, A1 display. So user exists here. So in the GRC system, I'm assigning the role. What is the role? Management user, super user management user. For the launchpad T codes access. Right, I save it. Let me reset the password. Okay. Now I am also logging in with this ID now to use the FFID. A1. So he has access to GRAC underscore SPM. Okay. See, he also, the user A1 also can see FFID assigned, but the only thing difference is status is red color here. Red color means no, means the user cannot use this. Why? This FFID is used by WLM underscore user one. So it is showing to A1 here. Okay. So when A1 logs in, while this other user is already using it, he will see this screen status as no. FFID used by, it will show the user ID by whom it is used by. So you will wait for maybe, let us say, half an hour or 1 hour. Again, you come back here and again you try to execute this T code. The user tries to execute this T code, A1. After 1 hour, I'm talking about, okay? So he wants to execute this, he wants to use this FFID. Again, still he will see the status here, okay, as what? No, and he cannot log in. See, log on tab is disabled. So then what he has choice? Only choice he can, only option left out to him is message. So this, when I click on, he can send a message to this user. A1 can send a message to this user saying that I am waiting for you, I am waiting to use this FFID. If you are really working on it, please complete it fast. Or if you are not using it, please log out from the FFID. Some message like that. So let us click on the message. So this message is like not a custom message, it's a standard message. So this is the message you are about to send to the following message to the WLM underscore user1. User A1 wants to use FFID, firefighter ID. Notify when you are done. This is like a standard message it goes. So let me click on yes. You can see the pop-up coming on my screen because this here my login is there already, right? As WLM user1, I have a login here. So means within the same system, I am logged in 2 sessions. So I am sending a message from this session now. I click on yes. See, this message is appearing to WLM underscore user1, not me. So this is the message comes to a WLM user1. User A1 wants to use firefighter ID, WLM underscore FFID1. In this system, WLM client 200, notify when you are done. Okay. So that is the only message. So by seeing that message, if the other user is really using the system, he will do the things quickly. Or if he is not using the system, he can log out and he can ping the user and tell them that I have logged out, you can start using it. Okay. So even after sending the message, if the person is not responding, the other person, sometimes what happened, they keep the session open like this and they forget about it. So when they forget about it like this, we have no other option than to kill that session. So you have to talk to basis team, or if you have access for yourself, you can do it. But generally, if you do it, most of the companies will not give access to that. SM04 T code. So if you are killing a session of other user, you should have a valid reason for it. So the person can go to SM04. So let me go to slash SM04. Okay, you can see here WLM user1 is using FFID SC38. You can kick it out of it. Okay. or this is one way. You can also kick the user from the GRC system also. So this is GRC 100. So this is my GRC login, ECC firefighter login, and this is my actual login. So WLM underscore user one is using this one, GUI and RFC. These are the GRC logins, 100 client. Okay, all of you. So clear about the tabs here. One is additional activity tab and then the message tab. So we have seen two things here. When same FFID is assigned to two users, both of them cannot log in into the FFID at the same time. That also we have seen, and in the process of sending the message to other user. Okay, now the case reverse. Expect. Let me. So we have seen a case of like what? One FFID assigned to two users. That we have seen. If two FFIDs are assigned to one user, then what could be the scenario?
Two FFID for different work, right?
Yeah. Whether it is different work or same work doesn't matter, but two FFIDs. If two FFIDs are assigned to one user, when you log in into Launchpad, what will that user see? Anyone?
You can see the two firefighter IDs over there, like
You can see two firefighter IDs. So let me log in here again. GRAC underscore EAM. Okay, so I can see only one line here. If two FFIDs are assigned, I can see two lines here. First line is FFID1, second line is suppose FFID2, and I will see two logon tabs. So parallelly, the user can perform two sessions, firefighter sessions can be performed. So this you can do as a testing when you are practicing. Assign two FFIDs to one user and see how it looks like here. Okay. So any queries regarding so far centralized ID-based firefighting concept? Now let's discuss about the logs. So where can you see the logs? Under reports and analytics, NWBC, reports and analytics. Under that you have emergency access management reports. Heading, separate heading, emergency access management reports, and then go to firefighter log summary report, the third head. So here we can see the logs. So which system? For my system, WLM client 200, I just run in foreground. So you can see how many sessions are performed so far. 4 sessions are performed. By which user? WLM underscore user 1. In which system? Which FFID? Date stamp and time stamp. Yesterday's date 2 sessions. Today's date 2 sessions. What is the reason code they have entered? The reason code description, you can see the numbers are different. I have entered 1, 2, 3, 4 INC. And the T code, what T code we are supposed to use. Additional activity if entered, that is also captured. So these are all the details before logging into the firefighter session. This session details log report will tell you what actually the user has executed. So let me execute this, click on the session details. So here I cannot see any data. So there is a dependency for example. In order to see the data, what T codes the firefighter ID has executed in the backend system, we need a sync job to run now. So what is a sync job? We have a firefighter logs. If you all remember the sync jobs we discussed, we have discussed only 2 and I have only 2 so far. Authorization sync and repository object sync. So now we are going to execute the third type of job. Sync job, access control, sync jobs. Under that, firefighter log sync. So why do you think this sync job is necessary? Anyone can guess? Tell me. Guess and tell me. Why is it necessary?
Because we are using the ECC system, right? ECC transaction. Backend transaction.
Yeah. Right. So actual transactions through FFID we are executing in the backend system. So this is in GRC we are trying to see the logs. So that transactions have to be loaded. The details have to be loaded, right? So for that purpose. Okay. So let me execute WLM CL90 200. I execute this in background. Okay, the job has been scheduled. Now we can go back there. Firefighter log summary report. WLM client 200 run in foreground. These are the 4 sessions. I click on session details now. Yeah. Now we can see the details. So if you see this one, so here if you see this one, activity description, what I have entered, user has entered in INC3 that he will be using SPRO, but in the actual session details, if you see, he has used 2 T codes, SC38 and SPRO. So this could be this could raise a suspicion with the controller. Okay, so try to avoid such instances. Always try to make use of the additional description. What you are doing additionally, please document there so that you will not have any questions from the controller. So here in this report, you can see the additional details. What are which transaction the user has used, from which terminal he has done it. Terminal means important whether he is done from office laptop or from office desktop, or he has done it from home, or he has done from some other location. Through terminal, that is terminal is nothing but IP address. So from which system the user is performing that executing the transaction, and then what is the program behind it calling this transaction. All of you clear so far? So this log, whatever I'm showing you, this log will be sent to controller depending on what notification you have selected. If it is through mail, it will be sent in the form of a notepad. This log will be downloaded in the form of a notepad and it will be sent to the controller automatically. If it is workflow, the same log he will see in the access under his work inbox. And the third option, log display, user will directly, the controller can come to this page directly, and he can execute himself and check it here, the log. Okay, all of you clear so far? Okay, yesterday's details are not loaded. The reason being there is a time-based dependency. I think it is running for 24 hours or something like that. So it will run for a particular day only. So what we do, we schedule this job daily. So every day records whatever the change has been done. It will be recording and loading into the, and it will update here. Okay, all of you clear now? How to check the firefighter logs once the sessions have been performed. Okay, let's move on ahead. So now we are going to decentralized concept. This is the second time within the FFID based. We have seen centralized. Now we are moving to decentralized. There is a little difference in the configuration. Some extra configuration we need to do here for decentralized concept. So let me explain you some bit about it, details. Okay, I'll keep this concept here. So in Versa 4.0 and GRC 5.5 series, there was only one concept earlier, which is called as decentralized concept. Okay, the centralized which we discussed now was launched in GRC 10 version from support pack 1 to 9. Okay, so they wanted to introduce something new. So what they have done, they have removed this concept decentralized In SAP has introduced centralized concept in GRC 10 when that release was launched. But clients were used to this concept. Clients were familiar with the decentralized concept. They are habituated. Also, they have also seen centralized is not so advantageous when compared to decentralized. So once we complete this concept, you will you will be able to understand the differences between centralized and decentralized. So there are some disadvantages with centralized concept. So that will come later. So because of those disadvantages, clients supported, basically they asked, please introduce the decentralized back. So again in support pack 10 onwards, within the same version, GRC 10 support pack 10 onwards, this decentralized also was launched. Now both the concepts are available. If your system is GRC 10 and above and support pack 10 and above, you will have both the concepts available in your system. But if your system is less than this version, you will find only centralized by default. Okay, all of you clear with this concept now? So let me show you. There is a parameter for it. The first important step for decentralized is 4015 parameter. So let us check it first. Okay, I'm going to parameters. And you see emergency access management 4010 is the last. If I search under emergency access management and I'm searching for the parameters, you see how many parameters you have? 4000 to 4014. I am talking about 4015 parameter. 4015 parameter is missing in this system. Why it is missing? Let us check the version of it. Status, SAP component data information. You see which version we are in now? What is this version? Anyone? Which version is this?
10 support pack 8, right?
Yeah.
10. This is 1000 refers to 10 and then support pack is 8. So remember that support pack. So just now I discussed about GRC 10 support pack 8. It falls under this category, right? So there is no choice for you. You just have to use centralized only. Understood my point, all of you? Because that 4015 parameter was launched in support pack 10 and above onwards. It was not available from support pack 1 to 9 in version 10. Okay? All of you clear? So in this system, I cannot show you or we cannot implement the decentralized concept because the system is a old version. So that is the reason now where we are going. I will go to new system now. So let us go to new system. So this is my new system. First I'll show you the system version, status, SAP system data. So which version we are in? V1200 stands for 12 version, support pack level 4. So now let us go to the parameters here. Common, access control, maintain configuration settings. search under emergency access management. So can you see all of you 4015 parameter here? So what is the value here, default value? Enable decentralized firefighting. This is the default value. No. Means when GRC is installed freshly, this parameter value will be no. So when it is no, only centralized can be used in this system also. So in order to use decentralized, I need to change this value to yes. All of you getting my point? 4015 parameter, enable it, make it yes. Okay. Any questions regarding this parameter now? I have enabled it. I save it. Capturing in a transport request. Continue. So any questions regarding the first point of decentralized concept? The most important parameter. They can ask you in interviews. What is the parameter that will enable decentralized firefighting concept in the system GRC? Okay, let's move on to next point of our configuration. Second point is create all required IDs, user IDs in the system. So there will be a slight change here. What is the change in creation of IDs you see here? Do you see any change from centralized concept? Can anyone identify what is the difference between centralized and decentralized in the IDs creation?
Centralized.
Firefighter is not created in GRC system.
Right, exactly. So here if you see, I am in GRC, I am only creating two IDs, which is firefighter ready owner and firefighter ready controller. We don't need the normal user in the GRC because centralized means user has to log in from GRC, hence it is needed. Whereas in decentralized, user will not log in from GRC, so it is not needed. Okay, right. That is one difference. Second difference, the launchpad T code access we should assign to the user in ECC system, and the T code is different. This is the T code, and the role, this is the role. The role is different, which we need to assign the firefighter with the launchpad T code access. So these are the two differences from centralized and decentralized concept. So let us see, let us create the IDs now in my front-end system. So first in GRC, WLM underscore FFID owner. Okay, we have already created here. Yeah, I have already here. We created last time. And then controller is also here. ID controller. Yes. So two IDs are already here in the GRC. Now let me log in into backend system, ECC. So in ECC, we need our WLM underscore user1 is already present, and he is assigned with the normal role, security production support role, daily user T codes. Along with that, which role I have to assign? In ECC, the normal user has a regular role. What is the other role I need to assign?
The standard role which is having the T code access.
Which T code access?
Launchpad decoders.
That is the
Yeah.
most important word. The role that is having the launchpad T code access. Okay. So this is the standard role. In real time, they may not use standard roles, they might use custom roles. So you have to search with the T code. Which T code has that role? So let me open this role and show you. So this is the T code grcpi GRIA underscore EAM. So EAM launchpad log. Okay, done. And then FFID1. So FFID1 is also available. It is service type. What role we have assigned? FF role we have assigned. All critical T codes are there for it. And any additional T code we need to add to FFID? Yes or no? Forgot the class. Today's class already.
GRC underscore SP.
You know what will happen if I don't assign that role. Okay, the ID setup has been done. Create all required users in the back end and the front end, means in GRC and ECC. So since we created new IDs, let us run the sync job so that the system will be in sync with the data. I'll close the screen. Okay. So I was saying, let us run the sync job. Maintain sync jobs, right? So synchronization jobs. Which sync job I should run now?
Repository object sync.
Yeah, because it is related to users and roles, right? So repository objects. So I can run it in incremental sync mode. Program execute in background. Immediate. Done. The program has been scheduled. So let's enter into the third step. Okay, if you see all of you, the third step here, I did not, it is directly mapping FFID with FFID owner and controller. If you go to centralized concept, what is the second? This step is missing here. Define, declare FFID owner and FFID controller in the setup tab. So I said in brackets, not required in GRC 12. So means you can skip this step. Hence we directly enter into this point, mapping FFID owner and controller in the FFID. Okay. So So let's see. In the old system, that is a mandatory step. So if you don't declare there, it will not be visible for you when you search for the owner. Okay. So let us directly go to this FFID owner and controller mapping to the FFID. Slowly, let's take some time. Okay. So we are under defining owners for the FFID and controller for the FFID. So that is under setup, emergency access assignment, owners. Yeah. So click on assign. So owner here. I am searching for the owner. So in the old system, suppose if I click on go, here system will show me all the users present in the GRC. Okay. It will showing all the users present in the GRC. But in my old system, it will show only those users that are defined as FFID owners under access control tab. That's the difference. That's the enhancement that has been done. So I'm searching for FFID owner. It is even showing, you see, WLM underscore user one also. He is not an approver. He is not a owner, but still it is showing here. But in the old system, it will show only those IDs that are defined under the access control owners. Right. Let me select FFID owner now. And I'm trying to add my firefighter ID. WLM star. So this is my FFID. Okay, added. Save it. The owner assignment. Now it is asking, do you want to maintain owner at access control owners table? All of you getting my point? Why that step has been skipped? They have embedded this step in this only. While you are maintaining, the system will automatically add that person there as FFID owner. Do you want to maintain owner and access control owners? I'll say yes. And then click on yes here. Okay, close it. Now let us define the controller under emergency access maintenance controllers. Okay, assign. Search for the controller first. WLM underscore firefighter ID controller. FFID WLM underscore start. So this is my FFID that has been selected. Notification by I'm choosing email. Save it. Now for this controller I say no. Okay. Now we will go back to the step and see setup access control owners. You see, only FFID owner has been maintained. Controller is not maintained. What comments I have entered? Yes. Today's date, time, etc. All of you clear now so far? So this step is not mandatory in 12. This is one of the enhancement that is done in 12 version. So that's about third step. Fourth step is similar to centralized. Just define the reason codes. I go to reason codes. Create. Walmart incident. So for my system, Walmart 800. Save it. One more. Walmart service request. So the reason code has been defined so two reason codes are defined. So Walmart service request and Walmart incident. So that's about the fourth step, define reason codes. And now the linking, final step. Okay, linking is when they request. I do the manual linking up, right? So we go to firefighter IDs. Let me link it up. Assign. Firefighter ID. So my firefighter ID starts with WLM. Go. This is my firefighter ID. To which firefighter you want to assign it. WLM underscore user 1. Okay. So validity date 8/9 to 11/9. I will just increase it to 89. Save it. So the linking is also done now. So on top of, so this is the configuration what we did for centralized also. But on top of this, we have some additional config to be done. What is the additional config? So all of you have time now for 10 more minutes, or you want to continue tomorrow? Because it will take 10 to 10 minutes more.
Yeah, we can finish it up.
Anybody has concerns? Okay, right there. So what is the additional config you need to do? Okay, the basic difference between centralized and decentralized. In centralized, we are logging, the user is logging from GRC, and when he opens the launchpad T code, it is going to ECC, right? Means the RFC connection should be established, and through RFC the FFID login will go and you can log in into ECC. So means the RFC is pointing from GRC to ECC. In the centralized, when I click on login, the system is taking me to the ECC system. Okay. Now what about decentralized? I am already logging into ECC. I open the launchpad T code. I click on log on. Where system will take me? In decentralized, when I go to launchpad T code and click on log on, I enter all the details and click OK. Where system will take me? Yes, tell me. System has to take me into the same ECC again with a different login. So this is how centralized coming actually. So we enter from GRC, and then through this RFC, the system will take me to the ECC system. Now I am launching the launchpad from ECC. After I click on log on, system will again take me to the ECC system with a different login session with the FFID session. Means the two sessions are in the same system. In the centralized, the normal user session was in the GRC, firefighter session was in ECC. But in decentralized, the user session is also in ECC, the FFID session also will be in ECC. Two sessions will be opened up in ECC. So the diagram would appear like this. So you see here. So I log in here in ECC, launch the launchpad T code. The system will take me itself to ECC itself again. You see this diagram, arrow mark? It is rising from ECC, again pointing to same ECC. Similarly, it is rising from BW and pointing to same BW again. So for this, this is called as local RFC. Okay? This particular link or diagram is called as local RFC. So we should create a local RFC within the ECC, or we should local RFC within the, so in all plugin systems, you need to create a local RFC. Understood all of you? What is the concept of local RFC here? So when I'm creating RFC in GRC system, the target system would be ECC. So two different systems are there. But for this RFC, the source system and the target system will be the same. It is self-pointing to itself. So let me create that one. How do we create it? Log in into ECC. Go to SN59, outside RFC, ABAP connection, continue. So give the same name, Walmart client 800. This is my ECC name, right? If you remember why we named it as ECC client 800, this is my SID of ECC, followed by client and the target client 800. So that's the same name again we are using here. So just this is simple to remember. Whatever you created in GRC, create the same in ECC here. That's it. So open this, you just copy and paste all the details. Double zero, logout language English, client 800, user. Save it, test, authorization test. So it's working. Understood all of you? You are creating the same RFC, same name, pointing to same ECC itself. So this is the first step. Local RFC has to be created within the plugin system. So in each plugin system is this way. SPRO, now you have to update that particular RFC in a particular location. So go back to SPRO in ECC. Search for GRC folder, governance, risk and compliance. Under that, so you should go for this one option, okay? Plugin, you should see plugin in the name. GRC plugin in brackets. Under that you will see only access control. Under that, go to maintain plugin configuration settings. Here, please maintain plugin connector. So maintain your connector name. So the connector name is WLM client 800. Save it. Okay. So 1000 parameter. So this is a 1000 parameter. Maintain your local RFC name, whatever you have created. Maintain local RFC name pointing to same system, and it is similar to your connector name between GRC and plugin system. Okay. Any queries here in the creation of local RFC?
But if you're having more than one plugin system, then how will this parameter be updated?
Where did I update this parameter?
In SPRO?
Which SPRO?
Okay. In ECC system.
ECC SPRO. You have another system, for example, BW. Go to BW SPRO and update the local RFC there.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
So that's about the local RFC. Additional config, what we have to do in ECC. Now, there is additional sync job for a decentralized concept. So EAM master data sync. So without running this job, if user tries to execute the launchpad T code, it is already linked to him, right? Let me show you. So if I log in with the user, I'm logging into ECC with the user ID, WLM underscore user1. Okay, I need to reset the password. Reset the password. Okay, now I can log in with that ID. So I'm logging into ECC. Okay. Now, what is it? Launchpad T code access /n/grcpi/GRIA_EAM. Enter. See, though it is already linked to the FFI, the normal user, I cannot see any FFID connection here. This is just because of that sync job. Okay, so this sync job is mandatory. Let us run the sync job and we'll check it again. EAM master data sync. That is the sync job you have to run. So EAM master data sync. This is related to decentralized concept. So for my connector, WLM CLNT 800, program execute in background. Save. Done. Now I again go back.
I think your screen hanged.
I just ran the sync job, that's it, okay? Again, I can show you tomorrow. I am now executing the T code again. Okay, can you see now, all of you? There is a link, there is an entry available now. Before running the sync job, I could not see any entry here. So that would be the consequence of not running the sync job in decentralized concept. Okay, I'll stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow again from here. So just you can see the steps which are different from centralized. What are the additional configuration steps? So you have to do this configuration on your own in your system. So one is parameter is extra, and then additional config in ECC local RFC, and then the additional job EAM master data sync has to be run. So these are the additional 3 steps you need to do in comparison with the centralized concept. So we will discuss more again, some more details about decentralized tomorrow. Any questions for today?
Yeah, hi sir. Yeah, afternoon I have sent you message.
Yes, what message?
Yeah, about FFID I could not see in a GRC system. I have
Okay.
ran the sync of everything I did.
Which system you are using?
Yeah. New one only. What you have given, Pradeep sir.
From whom you have taken?
From you only.
From?
What you have given, Pradeep number.
What is the name of the person from whom you have taken?
Pradeep only, right?
Pradeep. Okay. Tell me your FFID. What is the FFID you created?
EH7 underscore FFID. My user ID you don't need.
No need. I can check from here also, right? Which is the client you are logging in?
It's 350 in GRC.
350 only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your user ID? The firefighter name?
EH7 underscore FFID.
This is not firefighter. I'm asking about firefighter.
Yeah, firefighter EH7 underscore user 1.
Okay. And then
FFID.
did you create controller and owner here?
Yeah, I have created.
What is that controller owner ID?
EH7 underscore FF owner. EH7 underscore FF owner. Yeah.
Okay. Owner. And also you have controller.
Yeah, CO control only, CO and TRO.
Okay. Right. Now let us go into ECC. Yes. EH7 underscore user 1. You just assigned only one role. This role is only for visibility sake. FFID should have total access, right?
Okay. Which one? Another one?
FFID should hold critical T codes access. Means you need to create a role with critical T codes and assign to FFID.
Oh, okay.
That is one thing. Now let us check your configuration. So first let us see the where did you do the linking here? You are not able to what is your doubt? You are not able to find the FFID, right?
No, owners and controllers I can see, I can define, but while mapping, I am unable to see my firefighter user and firefighter ID.
So you can see owner.
Yeah, controller.
Okay. So now you have to see firefighter ready here.
Yeah, firefighter ID I could not find.
Which is your here?
No.
What is
Mine
your
is
connector?
not there.
What's your connector name?
EH7-800.
EH7-800 SE16 GRAC user conf EH7-800 EH7. Where is the data in this RFC? I asked you, did you run the sync job?
Yes, sir. I ran the sync job morning.
So after
Yesterday.
running the sync job, I told you to check in this table, right?
Yeah.
The data should be available in this table. If the data is not available in this table, means there is some problem with your sync job.
Yeah.
Access
Single
jobs
repository
repository object sync
connector EH7
EH7 sync program execute back. So there could be problem even in your connector configuration as well also.
connector configuration right now execute and
So did you check SLG1 log?
No, I haven't checked. SM37 has it.
You are aware of SLG1, right?
Yes.
See your RFC, error in RFC. Name or password is incorrect. So your RFC itself is not working. Here lies the problem. Okay.
How to correct, sir?
What is the error coming you are getting here?
Name or password?
Means what is incorrect?
Password.
Where do you define the password for RFC?
Under logon security.
Yeah. So here give the language English, reset the password of this user. Where this user will exist? ECC. Go to ECC, reset the password and define that password here again so that your connection test should pass. Authorization should work. Then again you run the job and then you see again.
And I need to provide critical access role also.
That is not that if you cannot, if you want to perform any T codes that is necessary, but at least for visibility sake you don't need.
Okay, thanks.
See, all of you, if you are facing any issue, check from the beginning. See, the issue is not with the EAM concept. Now, in this case, it went back to the basic level where the connector is itself, the connection itself is not working. So you also try to do in such level of analysis from the beginning. You have to check. So check first internally within the component. If everything is fine within the component, then go to the connector configuration. Or SLG1 is giving the exact details actually. You should be using all these T codes. Okay. Right then. Any other queries? Okay, right then. Thanks all of you. See you all tomorrow.